Yes. So thank you very much. It is such a pleasure to be among with you. And I wanna extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of you who set aside your activities to join us this evening. Um, this initiative is about raising our vibration, okay, to accomplish whatever it is that we desire. Life is all about accomplishments. Yes, it's all about accomplishments. And if we really want to become successful and impact our generation, we got really find out the secret behind behind achievements, right? And that's why every Saturday we come together and share tips. And this evening we want to talk about a particular subject. It is the first step toward riches. I I don't know anyone, everyone is purchasing or chasing success. Everyone wanna become rich or wanna be famous and live in abundance, right? And have everything to cover his or her needs. So why is it that some are making it happen so fast, but at the same time, okay, others are finding it very difficult to meet the ends? Can you imagine that? So we want to dive into this powerful concept or theme. But before that, uh, I want to point out something, and it all comes down to thoughts. Okay, everything comes down to thought, because thought is really uh the let's say it is the mechanism. Shall I say the mechanism? It is beyond that. It is the the connection, right? The connection through which we reach God. We reach God who is always within us. God who lies in us, right? So we want to really uh, pay attention to the kind of thinking we are nurturing on a daily basis. And for to generate consciousness, awareness. I I heard somebody who said one time that uh, he is very curious about the fact that kids can be afraid of light, okay, or no, darkness, okay. When we were kids, we were afraid, okay, of darkness, right? But since we grow up and become adults, we still, in this state of fear, right? And we are afraid of light. How come that an adult become afraid, okay, of light? This is the major question. So the first step towards riches is is really the desire. Desire. You gotta be, burn with the desire to make it happen. And let me clarify, desire is different from wish. Okay? Yes, I want to get this. I wish I could get this one. I could buy this, etc., etc. It's very different things, okay? Desire, when you truly want something, you know what? If you are really burning with the desire to manifest something that you really want, you're gonna, the way we show up, the way we show up out of the blue, most of the time we lack in desire. Okay, that's the missing piece when it comes to manifesting. We wish for things to happen. We wish for something. But if we stay in the state of wish, nothing will happen because we are not too committed. We're not, let's say, making our minds, okay, to, I mean, we're not taking a committed and irrevocable decision. And over the course of the time, the decision fails and the goal, right? The goal, just disappear. Most of the time, this is how we operate. We operate in the frequency of which leads nowhere, which leads nowhere. The right frequency of manifestation is the frequency of a burning desire, where you are committed to pay the price. You are committed to do whatever it takes, right? And you stay course. You never get off track. That's why we need to have our accountant partner, success accountant partner, right? So it's if because if you are not prepared, if you are not ready to pay the price, you want to get it. You never get it without paying the price, right? So the first step towards riches is a burning desire, and it implies clarity, right? You want to be clear. What is it that you really want to achieve? What do you really want? I remember his God now, God bless him, my mentor, he was always asking me this question: what do you really want? But I say, yes, I want this, I want that. He said, no, take your time to design your life in every walk, professionally, in terms of relationships, right? Health, happiness, love, abundance, etc. You design what is it that you really want, not just a mere wish, but you gotta want it. If you do not want it, if you do not truly, because want is the prerequisite to get anything that you want. Okay, when you take the decision, an irrevocable decision, committed decision, and you miss it with discipline, and you're ready to pay the price, then you get on the frequency of manifestation. See, in this community, we're not just talking, we're practicing, we put into action what we're teaching here. Really. Personally, I have a number of example, number of things that I manifested. Even even clients in my program, I just manifest without without website, etc., etc. You see, and someone said something. He said, I think it was I forget the order, but he said success is 95% of mindset and only 5% of strategy. So think of it. Success is 95% of mindset and only 5% of strategy. So if you are not rewiring your mindset for success, because we've been taught everything. Okay, we're not good at all. We're not going anywhere, right? And those paradigms have been rooted in our mindset. It will take a lot of time, okay, to get rid of these paradigms and install a new and beautiful product. Without rewiring your mindset, you wanna, because your mindset is like a garden. It's like a garden, and you in your garden, if you do not take care of your garden, I wonder if you want to have a good harvest. It won't be possible. So the first the first step toward riches is a burning desire. And we wanna read okay, this book, Think and Grow Rich, okay, because it is the let's say the material we're studying. Just a sec. Okay, perfect. So desire is the starting point of all achievement. The first step toward riches. When Edwin C. Barnes climbed down from the first train in Orange more than 30 years ago, he may have resembled a trunk, but his thoughts were those of a king, right? As he made his way from the railroad tracks to Thomas A. Edison's office, his mind was at work. He saw himself standing in Edison's presence. He heard himself asking Mr. Edison for an opportunity to carry out the one consuming obsession of his life. The one consuming obsession of his life. So does your goal, your I mean, yes, your goal consume you? Are you consumed, really consumed? That I want to do this no matter what happens. Consuming obsession of his life, a burning desire to become the business associate or the great inventor. Barnes' desire was not a hope. Yes, I hope it will happen. No, no. If you are in the frequency of hope, it won't happen. Never ever. This is the true secret. It was not a wish. It was a keen, pulsating desire which transcended everything else. It was definite. See, sometimes our goal may seem so big and may seem impossible to happen that we settle for the minimum. No, you do not need, okay, to settle for the minimum just because you are not finding out the how. And let me tell you, actually, the how doesn't belong to you. It's belong to God. It's belong to the universe, who knows perfectly everything. God knows how to make your dream come true, right? So if you are figuring out about the how, it's like you are overthinking. And when you start overthinking, it just implies that you lack faith because you are not trusting God. And the moment doubt comes in, mm, it won't happen, right? So we want to be really, really serious, okay? It was a keen positive disease which transcended everything else. It was definitely, this is the goal I set and I will achieve it. No matter who I am, no matter where I come from, I don't care. I will make it happen. The desire was not new when he approached Edison. It had been Barnes' dominating desire for a long time. In the beginning, when the desire first appeared in his mind, it may have been, probably was, only a wish, but it was no mere wish when he appeared before Edison with it. A few years later, Edwin C. Barnes again stood before Edison in the same office where he first met the inventor. This time, his desire had been translated into reality. He was in business with Edison. The dominating dream of his life had become a reality. dominating. To your thoughts, your dominating thought will manifest. Thoughts become things. Thought become things. And your dominating thoughts, it's true that we can't control our thoughts because scientists told that we have more than 60,000 thoughts per day. Can you imagine that? So you get mad if you want to take control of your thought. But there is a simplest, okay, way to deal with it, which is your feelings, okay, your emotion. So are you excited when you live in the end, when you live in the goal fulfilled perspective? Are you excited about it? If you are excited about it, yes, then you are in a good vibration. But if you feel anxious and you still thinking inside of you, like you have an inner conversation. Oh, are you sure that you're gonna do this? Are you sure that it's going to happen? Are you sure that you're gonna make it happen? Who are you to think that you are capable of achieving that? Yes, if you start, okay, developing, if you start, nurturing such pattern of thinking, then you are off track. You are off track. But if you stay in the vibration, that's we always talk about vibration because it's all about vibration. And vibration is the energy, right? Right here, there is energy in our community. That's why because in community have the potential to ignite your faith. And when you have faith, it will happen. Faith mixed with understanding makes everything happen. Not just a blinding faith, but faith with understanding make things happen. So today, people who know Barnes envy him because of the brick life yielded him. They see him in the days of his triumph without taking the trouble to investigate the cause of his success. Yes, there is a price that we have to pay. A price has to be paid. And most of the time, people do not look at, okay, behind of the scene. They just see you as a successful person. They do not, care about the sacrifice you paid, the price you paid. Yes, they think that it happens overnight. No, it needs, okay, a committed and irrevocable decision. Barney succeeded because he chose a definite goal, placed all his energy and his willpower, all his efforts, everything back of that goal. He did not become the partner of Edison the day he arrived. Here's the thing, please. The timing, most of the time, including myself, I was in the beginning of this journey. You know what? I fell in love in this material. I fell in love with this material. And in the beginning of the journey, I was complaining about the timing. I thought that it takes a lot of time to manifest the little thing. So, and me, I was in a hurry. I want to get this manifest like I want to be an instant manifestor. This is one of my mantra. This is one of my affirmations. Every day, I want to rewire my mindset, reprogram, and say, affirm to dictate this inspiration to my mindset. I am an instant manifestor. Yes, but we want to be careful because the perfect timing, God only knows the perfect timing. And if and that's why living in the end, okay, frequency, living like as you already achieve your goal, it is fantastic. Because if you are in the state of wanting, it just let's say displays that you still lack you are in the state of lack. Do you get me? That's why it is necessary, it is fundamental, crucial to live in the state of your goal fulfilled. Then there is no want, there is no lack. Okay? And I wonder, you are probably asking yourself how to live in the state of the goal fulfilled while you do not get the goal achieved. Yes, this is a tricky question. But let me tell you, it's all about your awareness. Okay? And you can fake it. You know, we've been given beautiful high faculties like imagination. Like right now, I'm here right now, but I can see myself in Germany. I can see myself sitting near Dr. Meda in Germany. In my imagination, I can do that. And if I desire to be in Germany, I can, I can stay in such vibration. I can stay in my imagination. So if I frequently, if very frequently, I mean, very often, if I go there in my mind and, feel the emotion, okay? If I do it on a regular basis, circumstances, God will organize everything to make it happen. Yes, because your nowadays realities are the outcome, okay, of your past emotions, your past thoughts. That's the secret. So you want to change your reality, you got to change your feeling, change your emotion. That's why we highly recommend people to meditate because this is the best way to use your imagination, which is the one of the beautiful high faculties which differentiate from animal kingdom, right? So you can see yourself. You have the ability, the potential to see yourself in your best career, in your dream job, your dream home, your dream car. I don't know, your dream relationship. Okay? I'm not saying that, I'm not inferring that it will happen over the night. No, it may take time. But your role, your job is to stay in the state of this vibration until it happens. So you got to develop unwavering faith. Okay? Okay, you're not going to say, yes, I do it today, it's okay, but tomorrow I won't have time. No, you have unwavering faith to make it happen. And you trust the process. You trust the process, right? So the timing belongs to God, not to us. That's why we want to be persistent. And I think Napoleon Hill dedicated a whole chapter on the subject of persistence because it is very dear to his heart. It is the biggest component of this material. If you are not persistent enough, you're gonna quit. Remember, the last time we studied 3 feet from goal, right? The person who was just 3 feet from the goal, but he quit it. He quit. Yes. So if you are not really, if you are not so bold, right, and so persistent, you're gonna quit. You're gonna quit. You're gonna quit. That's why community is very important. So Barnett succeeded because he chose a definite goal, placed all his energy, all his willpower, all his effort, every bar of that goal. He did not become the partner. Yes, I think I already is a partner for, okay, the day he arrived. Yes, he was content to start in the most manual work. as long as it provided an opportunity to take even one step toward his cherished goal. You see? Oh my God. You know, most of the time, we do not get what we want because they do not happen the way we wish. Do you get me? We never get things as the way we want them to happen. Never ever. Never ever. It is just unpredictable. The way God makes things happen is just unpredictable. You could never predict it. God works in miraculous ways. Believe me. So sometimes it may require you to get okay to get started at at the basic level, right? The very basic level. But you are the only one, okay, who knows who know where you are going. Okay, where you are going to. You are the only one. So that's why you have to really constantly keep your faith up, okay, and your focus on your goal. There is no distraction in this process, in this philosophy. If you get distracted, then you get off track, okay? So during all those 5 years past before the chase he had been seeking. Can you guess? 5 years passed, guys, before the chase he had been seeking made its appearance. 5 years. How many of us could cherish a goal for 5 years? Even me, even myself, I'm not sure, right? 5 years. The first year, okay, the second year, the third one, you will say, oh, I need to change my goal because it is too big. It will never happen. And then you lower, okay, the dimension of your goal and you settle for the minimum. Yes, we're gonna talk about that later. Okay, so the different type of goals, C-type goals. Okay, right? So 5 years. During all those years, not one ray of hope. My goodness, not one ray of hope during 5 years. 5 years. During 5 years, guys, what is it that you are burning with desire to manifest? But you have no hope. No hope. Not one ray of hope. Nothing showed up to like a signal that yes, your goal is way is yes, your goal is on his way to come. Yes, nothing for 5 years. You will start blaming God. Oh, my prayers are not granted. I need to change. I need to change. Yes. So when you start complaining, you get more of what you complain about. Because this is the law. This is how the law operates. During all those years, not one ray of hope, not one promise of attaining of his desire had been held out to him. Not one promise to everyone except himself. He appeared only another cog in the Edison business wheel, but in his own mind, he was the partner of Edison every minute of the time from the very day that he first went to work there. You know what? Okay, excuse me, but I want to relate, I want to refer to the Bible. He was the partner of Edison every, no, but in his mind, in his own mind. It will remind me a verse in the Bible. It said that the time will arrive, and it's already arrived, where the true believer will, I think, adore God in spirit and truth. So spirit is in your mind. What is the game playing over and over in your mind? Is it a game of winning or a game of losing? Are you winning the game playing over and over in your mindset related to your goal? Whereas your neighbors, everyone, yes, is judging you. Everyone saying that, yes, you getting nowhere, you heading to nowhere. But he knows that it's going to happen. I love this faith. It is a remarkable illustration of the power of a definite desire. My goodness, when I'm reading this, it ignites my faith that yes, I'm gonna accomplish, because I have a list of my goal here and I want to achieve them. And yes, by reading this, it ignites my faith. It's a remarkable illustration of the power of a definite desire. Barnes won his goal because he wanted to be a business associate of Mr. Edison more than he wanted anything else. He created a plan by which to attain that purpose, but he burned all bright behind him. Yes, you gotta burn all bright behind you. Because if you count on or rely on your bright, no, it won't happen. That means that you are not believing, you are not a true believer. He stood by his desire until it became the dominant obsession of his life and finally, you know, this process is so it's so bold. It requires courage. If you are not so bold, you're not going to walk through this process. Believe me. Believe me, because you need to burn all bright behind you. Yes, to burn all bright. That means that if you set a goal, don't deal with how should I say, don't care about, okay. For instance, if you would, you are dreaming of your perfect job, okay, your perfect job, and okay, people are offering you small activity like that, but you are still getting them, you are still, let's say, chasing those activities. That means that you are tied to your bride. You want to cut off every bride, and yes, be committed, okay, because that's where your energy comes in, okay, to really push you forward. Okay. Uh, he created a plan by which to attain that purpose, but he burned upright. Yes, he stood by his desire until it became the dominating obsession of his life, and finally a fact. When he went to Orange, he did not say to himself, I will try to induce Edison to give me a job of some sort. He said, I will see Edison and put him on notice that I have come to go into business with him. There are some words that you wanna, okay, I don't know, you wanna remove from your tongue, okay? Try, I hope, I wish, no, okay? He did not say, I will work there for a few months, and if I get no encouragement, I will quit and get a job somehow, somewhere else. You see, I will work there for, he did not say that, I will work there for a few months. And if I get no encouragement, I will quit and get a job somewhere else. He did say, I will start anywhere, anywhere I will start. For his goal, he want to start anywhere. I will do anything Edison tells me to do. Anything. Because before God grants your prayer or your goal, he will ask you, sometimes he will ask you to do anything. The universe will ask you to do anything. To check if you are ready, to check your state of readiness to get your dream job or your dream house, dream car, dream relationship, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. But when the first adversity raise, yes, we quit. I don't want this. I don't want that. It's too tough. High for me. My God, you forget about me. What did I do? Hey, my goodness. This is where the game of life starts, okay, playing. This is, he will do anything, I will do anything Edison tells me to do. But before I am through, I will be his associate. He did not say, I will keep my eyes open for another. See, he did not say, I will keep my eyes open for another opportunity in case I fail. Because these are the assumptions. If your assumption is that you fail, you will fail. That's why you're gonna make up your mind, okay, to take an irrevocable and committed decision. This is what I want. I don't care what you think about me. This is where I want to dedicate the rest of my life, and I want to make it happen. I will keep my eyes open for another opportunity. Yes, if we set a goal, very big goal, and in the course of time we realize that it's not happening, then we quit. We just quit. There is a virus in the world right now, this virus is called conformity. Conformity. We conform to one another. What the masses are doing, we conform to that. Yes, I want to be like everyone. I want to be like, so far I know there is just one life. We won't come here again. No. I mean, we won't come here again in the same, in the same circumstances, the same form, the same aspect. It won't happen again. This is the only chance we got. Right? If we come back on earth, it will be in different time, different form, different aspect, not in the same environment. Things will get changed, right? So that's why we want to go after our goal. We want to do our very best to make it happen too, but for our pride to live the life that we desire, right? In case I fail to get what I want in the Edison organization, he said, there is but one thing in this world that I'm determined to have, and that is a business association with the Thomas A. Edison. I will burn all brides behind me and stake my entire future on my ability to get what I want. He left himself no possible way of retreat. No possible way of retreat. He left himself no possible way of retreat. He had to win or perish. Yes, we have to win or perish. I have to win or perish. And I'm ready for that. I am committed to win or perish. And I know I will win. And I know you will win. We won't perish if we are committed. Because nobody perish. No one perish. Whoever is truly committed, the way we show up out of the blue, you will never know how it will manifest. Never, ever. If you know it, it's not a big goal. And it's not in the domain of God. No. because God is improjectable. You can never predict how it's going. He will be working out things for you. Never ever. This is so powerful. I mean, oh my God, it deeply resonated with me. He left himself no possible way of retreat. I know why we are failing because we have a lot of possible ways and we say, okay, if this doesn't work, okay, yes, like we have a number of plans, plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan Y or Z. Yes. Okay, YZ. We have plan A, plan B, plan C, etc. And we go after failure, failure after failure. So I want to pause there. Really, I want to pause there. And I want you because no possible way. Can you imagine what doesn't mean no possible way? He left himself no possible way of a retreat. He had to win or perish. How many of us are committed, really committed in your deep down? Okay. I'm not talking about, okay, yes, the pleasure of speaking. No. How many of us are really committed to win or perish to make your goal come true? How many of us? So that's the major cause of failure nowadays. We plan, okay, we predict our failure way ahead, and it happens. Yes, it happens because we think about it. We thought of the failure. It happens, and we are surprised. We just surprised how things are not. I mean, are getting worse for us because you are God. Within you is God. You are a son of God. So what you say about yourself, it will manifest, it will happen. Your biggest evil is your tongue. Our biggest evil is our tongue. So when we speak out, let's be sure that it will get back to us. So whether it is positive or negative. So let's really burn all the bright, okay, to really make our desire happen. Because I believe that we can accomplish anything. I truly believe that. It just depends on our environment, mindset, and our, let's say, commitment. So I want to post there. Okay, we'll continue the next time, but I want to pause there, and I would love for you to come up with uh, your insight because I want to also learn from you. And is there something in this talk which really resonate with you, inspired you, or do you have um, beautiful share? Okay, like manifestation, something that you tried and you got it, and anything. Okay, so that we get ignited by your insights, your takeaway, your whatever it is, okay, that you have to share with us. We welcome you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Coach. We learn a lot. So all that come to us today are a result of our attitude in the past. So for future, the future will be the result of our today imagination, our today desire. And thank you because you share a lot of with us. I take note about how to take care of our burning desire and never get off track. So now it is the time to take the floor, each of us, to say what are our thoughts on this and what we think is the most important first step towards success. And I want to ask if there is someone who wants to take the floor. Firstly, so I want to give the floor to Dr. Ajiba.
And if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask, okay?
Yes.
Yes, Dr. Ajiba, over to you. Take it away. Please unmute yourself. Yes,
Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't have nothing to
Okay,
say.
okay, no problem. Thank you, Dr. Ajiba. So Techno LE6, do you want to greet us, to say hello, and to share a comment? Okay.
pass on to someone else.
Okay, Dr. Amandu Mane. Welcome, doctor. How are you doing? Ah, okay. He left. So, Mr. Oscar Kendeme, welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you? Thank you, Mr. Jerome, for your presentation. I take your attention to take good information to to congrats you for your your presentation. I think that it is important to have, I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you done, please? You are muted if you are speaking, Mr. Oscar.
Okay, I say that thank you for this presentation. Help me to review my I think in I think in essays and to how can improve I think my wish and to realize my desire. It is important this presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Oscar.
So, is it a question, please, Dr. William?
I have not a question.
Okay, fantastic. Got it. Thank you, Dr. Oscar.
So, Mr. Ajinaku, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
Fine. And you?
I'm doing pretty good, thank you.
Okay. All right.
Thank you to join us this evening.
You are welcome.
Do you want to share something with us, a comment, a question? your thought about the topic, your opinion. I don't know. Something
Mm,
we use.
just, congratulations for the presentation. Um, everything is good. No questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ajinanku. Dr. Meda said in the chat that we are in a distraction world where everyone and everything steal our attention, and I totally agree with him. So, Mrs. Samira, what do you think about?
Thank you very much for what you shared. And what I will have to say, can you hear me first?
Yes, clearly here.
Okay, that's great. So, what I want to share is first, we talked about the fact that where we are today is a result of our past belief, our past behavior, and everything that we imagined in the past. And about that, what I wanted to say is sometimes it is important to pause and be able to look at where we left and realize that there are things that we wanted, that we wished for, that we desired in the past that today we have, and we don't even realize that we actually have it because we are always wishing to have more and more and more. So I think being able to pause and express gratitude for whatever we have is an important step toward the journey of getting more, of believing more, because it captures our faith, realizing that yes, we are able to get whatever we want, whatever we wish, even if it takes time, make us believe the process more. That make us not give up in the way, and being faithful with whatever we have the burning desire to achieve or to obtain. The second thing is, right before starting about the topic, we're talking about accountability. And I think the fact that we talk about accountability and the fact that motivation is not something that's always show up, we are not always motivated to show up. Accountability actually helps us build discipline, because discipline is important where motivation fades along the way. Discipline keeps us accountable, keeps us showing up, make us go for it, even though it's difficult, even though we are facing things that we were not prepared for, things that we never thought we will have on our way. Being able to build some discipline and showing up make us reach whatever we want to reach. So that's everything I wanted to share. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Samira. And you are right when you said that I already forget.
About discipline?
About be granted. Yes, about
Yeah.
be granted. So be granted is necessary so they can help us to have more advantage. And there is a quote that said that if you have the old phone, be granted to have a call. So thank you so much, Samira.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
So, Dr. Meda.
Yes, before Dr. Meda, please, I want to follow up the comment of Mrs. Samira. Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate your contribution. Accountable partner. Yes, I think I mispronounced it in the beginning. I said accountant. No, sorry. Okay, it is accountable partner. Okay, success
Okay.
accountable partner. Yes, and another point is that you raise is okay. You know what? We can never feel greedy. Okay, because if you run, you want to run faster. If you jump, you want to fly. Like you want more. Okay, the desire of wanting more is linked to our DNA. Our DNA is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. It requires no modification and no improvement. That's the truth, right? So we never be greedy. Okay, if you want, you can never. I mean, personal development has no finishing line. Okay, so if you want something and you manifest it, you will be. Your job is to be grateful and want more. Always, you gotta want more. Always. It does mean that you are greedy because it is your right to live in abundance, true abundance, true abundance. But you gotta be grateful. Okay, every time that you set a goal and you get it manifested, you must be grateful. You must express your gratitude to God or to the universe. Okay, and then you want more of what you get. Okay, so there is no, I mean, there is no problem about wanting more. Okay, feel free to want more. I always want more. Always I want more. Okay, but never forget to be grateful because there is a source where everything comes from. Your health, I don't know, your family, okay, your job, your career, your home or your house, your car, everything you have come from a source. And this source is God, right? And the source is limitless. There is no end. There is no lack. It is in abundance. The principle of the universe is abundant. Look at the trees. Look at the nature, okay? Everything exists in abundance. Everything, right? So you want something, you manifest it, you want to want more of that. But always remember to be grateful. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Veda, are you ready to take the floor?
Yes, I'm born ready. Okay.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for sharing this chapter today, because it's so powerful in the way that it reminds us what we already knew. We knew for a very long time, but for some reasons we forgot. The reality is that clarity is everything, because you can't hit a target you don't know. You will miss it every time. And it's equally true that if you, let's say you are a pilot or a captain, you cannot reach a destination that is unclear. That's not possible. So clarity is, I would say that it's even undervalued. For me, clarity is number one, is the most important thing. That is the thing before everything. Why? Because even that desire, you cannot desire something that you are unable to define. If it's not clear for you, you cannot desire it. And that's why most people think they desire something, but their desire is not strong enough. It's not a burning desire because they could not. And anytime when you ask them, what do you want? That is such a simple question, but people cannot answer that basic question. And when you take 100 people, chances are very high that maybe 90 out of 100 will fail to answer that question because they don't even know what they want. It's not clear for them. And this is in all aspects of people's life. Whether it's professional, you ask someone will complain every time, I want a better job. I want it, but what do you want as career? What position? What role? Where? Which country? What salary? How many hours would you like to work? What is the environment? How is that environment look like? What are the colleagues? Who are the colleagues you want to work with?
Exactly, yes.
They are unable to answer those questions. And I always tell them, you will not succeed until you are able to answer those questions. So this is so critical because personally, I discuss a lot with a lot of young professionals who want to get better opportunities. And every time I start with this question, what is your target? And most of the time they will fail to tell you because it is not clear. Someone tell you, okay, well, I want to study abroad. I want a scholarship, or I want an internship. I want a job. Where people will tell me to suggest the destinations. I say, no, it doesn't work that way. I could not suggest destinations to everyone because I have my own preferences. So the place I might like, you could not like it necessarily. So how come you ask me to suggest destinations to you? It doesn't work like that. You see? So, and every day, every time, even today, the same thing happened to me. You see? So this is really important. And I want to add another thing. You know, you cannot do the same thing, the exact same thing as everyone else and expect to get a different result. That's not possible. That is actually, let's say, being stupid, excuse me for that, being unreasonable to do the same thing again and again and to expect a different result. And I will say, our life is, from my understanding, just a reflection of who we are. So where you are today is probably your level, or I would say your frequency. So if you are unable to dream big, it means that you are at a very low vibration level. And that is a fact. I am not inventing anything. No psychologists have proved that several times, and it is in scientific papers. So it means that no one should actually settle for lower than he truly deserves. That is also a huge mistake. Like, you cannot take decision based on your current situation. You will not get better. Because there are people, because they don't have money right now in their pocket, when you see them, you feel they are unhappy. But the reality is, some of the wealthiest people, they enjoy their life, but sometimes they do not even spend money before enjoying their life. So it's not all about what you have today, but it's about what you think you deserve. And from that perspective, you better think about big things. Otherwise, you will get stuck in this low frequency thing. And I was talking about average doing the same things because you said something that is very critical. You talked about conformity. And conformity, a lot of people, we do things because we want to fit in the standard, the norm. We want to be conform. We are uncomfortable being different. But the reality is, if everyone you want to be like every other person, how would you expect to get something different than what others get? It's actually mathematical, and it's in all aspects of life. And you see, when you take even demography, or you take income, you notice that most people, they will be into a specific income range, and that will be maybe 99% of, or maybe 95% of the population, or 90% of the population. And then there are people who are extremely poor, and there are people who are extremely wealthy. And those people, they do not belong to this conformity, especially the extremely wealthy people. So it means that we need to level up and desire more. Because, Jerome, you gave an example when you were speaking and referring to the nature, to trees. How taller a tree will go. I mean, it will go as much as possible, and even it stops growing vertically, it will extend horizontally. That is it. It will never limit, because growth is actually an instant. Growth and subsequently success is what is normal, actually. This is the norm. But it's strange that we human, we claim we are very smart, we are unique, which is true. I want to believe that. But the thing is, why we limit ourselves to some standards? Why other people, they live in the abundance? Everyone deserves to an abundant life. Everyone. So I think this is a reminder that whatever we can vividly see in the screen of our mind, we are able to bring it to materialization. And that is so powerful, because even the choice of the words in this chapter is not random. The words are well chosen. And when it says that at some point, Barnes put himself in a situation where he has no other choices than succeeding, no retreat. And I think having several plans is like you are planning to fail. Because why would you have, of course, you need to anticipate, but I think that this fact of planning for the replacement plan, plan B, plan C, and so on, it's an indicator that your desire is not strong enough. Because if it is, you will not even, like failing will not even be acceptable for you. It will not even be possible. So I think we need to be careful about what we think, what we take as decision, and more importantly, what we say as well. This is critical, because we don't need to prove it anymore. Words are very powerful, and we need to use it wisely. And we need really to dream big. You talked about the different types of goals. And I think that the satisfaction you feel, this excitement you feel, sometimes you define goals so big that yourself, you wonder, how am I going to achieve that? Because you have never achieved it, and you don't even know how you could do it. And this shows how to go about it, because opportunities might disguised in those critical crossroads, I will call them crossroads, where you think that you are not succeeding, the opportunities will hide somewhere there. But if you are not aware, if you don't have a definite desire, you did not take the decision, and you don't know clearly what you want, you will even miss the opportunity without knowing that this is your like life-changing opportunity. Because as long as people could be success conscious, you also need to be opportunity conscious. Otherwise, you will not even recognize the opportunity. Sometimes it's in the midst of a chaotic situation that you identify this opportunity. So I will finish by saying that whether you are ready or not, it's important to show off, to show up. I mean, why? Because, and that's why it's critical to have an accountable partner. It's something that push some additional pressure on you to keep going, to keep moving, to keep this momentum toward the achievement of your goals. So it's very insightful. And when you were reading, I had actually tens of thoughts, but the thing is, the message is simply powerful. I am almost speechless because this seems to be a story, but those are things that happened in the past. How could someone, today it's even difficult to imagine someone like selling everything because he has a dream and he said, I'm gonna succeed. It's very rare. And so I think we live in a world where also we fear a lot. And fear is not like, fear could be useful, but in some situations, our fear, we don't want to fail. But the failure itself is not failure. We already saw it. Failure is, anyway, either you learn something from this experience or at least you grow. So failure is one way less of doing it wrong. So that is it. If you want to succeed, then you need to be ready to fail a certain time, a certain number of time, and then success will inevitably be right there. So that's a few of the ideas I got when you were reading, and that I wanted to show with you. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there for now, and maybe others have questions. And I remember someone asked a question like what to do or how to strengthen your desire, and I think that clarity is the first step, in my opinion. If you feel that, okay, your desire is not strong enough, it means that you need to sit down again and define what you really want, and be as detailed as possible. You want to make more money. Okay, so what does more money means? How much? And you want a beautiful life, a beautiful house. Where do you want this house? How big? How many homes? How many, I don't know, square meter? All those things matter. Your neighbors, what kind of neighbors do you want to have? You need to think about all those things. And sometimes it helps to ask or to find your why. Why do you want that? This is something that could strengthen your desire, because sometimes you realize there are examples of people who used to, I mean, material objects, things like cars, like house and all those things. They want to they take them more important than anything else, until the day maybe the kid of that person is sick and in an hospital bed. That is when you realize how serious they could be about their family. People are ready to sell everything they care for, which is material, to sell everything just to save the life of their beloved. And so that means that actually you need to find a strong motivation, a strong reason why you want to do what you want to do. A purpose. I think it's not easy, but this is something that could help strengthen your desire. So those are a few ideas I would like to share with you guys, expecting that, okay, it might resonate with someone. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mida, our co-host. So we have to strengthen and have a strong desire and clear desire about what is our goal. And this can help us to rapidly achieve it. So thank you so much, Dr. Meda.
And
And
if you
yeah,
allow me, I don't
yeah.
know if I'm not sure if time allows. I want to give an illustration, an example. You know, a student of mine 2 days ago called me, and he said, because we had a discussion a few weeks ago, and I usually tell them about goals, defining their goal, what they want, and this and that. And then we spoke. He called me 2 days ago or 3 days, and he said, okay, I'm not really sure about what I want. Like, I know I want to, for instance, work for an organization, be a coordinator of a breeding program for an organization like FAO or the World Food Program and all those things. And I said, okay, well, that's already a good step. Now, concretely, what do you want to do there in those organizations? Do you know anything about the organization? And what? So if you call me now, because I could not get what is your point, and he said, yes, actually, this is the right question you ask, because my point is, based on my background, I'm not sure if I could make it there. And I say, this is a huge mistake, because you are limiting yourself. Who tells you that your background has anything to do with your success? Your background has absolutely nothing to do with that. So, first of all, you need to be clear about what you want. And then you figure out the steps and what it takes to get there. So, having that background means nothing. For me, you know, I am in Germany working with people who respect me a lot. And sometimes when I'm speaking, there are people that could not speak. And they are Germans. And I don't care. Because, and sometimes when I'm speaking, people will say, okay, well, where did you do your schooling, your PhD or this? Did you attend maybe in the UK, in Germany? I say, no. I did all my schools in Benin. Do you know Benin? They don't even know Benin. And they will ask you again, please, can you repeat again? What is the name of the university? I said, you could not even know that university because for you, it might not be famous, a famous university. So, and they're always surprised. I don't know why, I don't know how someone could be surprised that anyone who did not attend the so-called big universities could not take part in a serious conversation. So this to say that your background actually has absolutely nothing to do with where you could be. You need to be brave, first of all, to believe in yourself, to know clearly where you are going, and then step by step, you will get there. So I advised him to think about it. And yesterday, he sent me tons of messages thanking me for that, because with the retrospection, he realized that actually even where he is today has nothing to do with his background. So if he had to be considered only based on his initial background, he would have not even been here. But for some reason, he forgot that, which means that it's so important that we get out of this, I don't want to call it mental prison. It's really important because the society is conditioning us through education. Even the educational system is conditioning us not to think out of the box. So there is no limit, actually. If we think about something, we make up our mind, and we try to achieve it, and it is possible. And this material, come on, more than 500, I think, or 2,000 or something like that, successful entrepreneurs from the United States. This is so powerful because there is a pattern. And actually, that is the thing. Like, the key is to find those patterns and to replicate them. And this guy, not Napoleon Hill, he did the work. He spent 25 years, I think, to study people and to highlight those patterns for us. So we just have to believe in what is there, even if sometimes it will feel a little bit awkward. Like we will say, is this thing, could we really achieve it? But it's possible because people have done it, and other people have that secret, and they are still making good things, taking quantum leaps with those same things. And so the question is to ask ourselves, do we not deserve the best? Do we not deserve the best, to live in an abundant, successful world? Do we not deserve that? I don't know for others, but for me, I think I deserve, and I even deserve more. So every time, yeah, we could achieve, we could do it. And I think that's the magic for our community to, vibrate together to increase the level actually, and also to take advantage from each other, where if there is even nothing that a small success, we need to really be aware of that. And yeah, so I believe that in 5-10 years from now, I'm actually projecting like we will be unstoppable, because we will have achieved so much that, well, when we look back, we will say, well, yeah, we've done it. We've done so much. That's my dream, actually. And I'm sure we will do it. So do not think that your time spent here is a time
Wasted.
spent in vain. It's useful, really.
I buy it. I buy it. I totally agree with you.
So Dr. Meda have a lot to share, but we are at the end of this episode.
Yeah.
Time is up.
And yes, and I truly love it. Thank you so much, dear Dr. Meda, for uh, your unprecedented contribution, which truly enrich not only our community, but beyond all those people out there. That's the webinar reach. Don't forget that we post our content online on Zoom. And I said Zoom on YouTube. Yes, and people watch them and they comment it, right? They like it. So yes, what you are doing is beyond, okay, our scope is beyond it's beyond our reach, right? It's I mean it's reach a number of people out there who are not aware of the secret of this material. Thank you so much. Before we close, Dr. Muriel, allow me to say something, because Dr. Meda pointed out a lot of things that I truly appreciate. You know, you got define what you really want. And it may seem mere, it may seem simple, but it's a fundamental question, right? It took me 2 years to really design what I want in every walk of my life. Every walk. I have finances, I have everything. Okay, I may update some goals, okay, because in the course of time, okay, my ambitions are changing, okay, etc., etc. But I know exactly in every aspect of my life what I want. And I want to share something with you before we close. What we're doing here is very powerful. You know, way back in 2024, I wanted to live in a beautiful apartment, something like a villa. I have no idea, no clue about how it's going to happen. But I just write it down, right? Just write down in my gratitude book, everything about it. And for some moments, I meditate, okay? I really feel like I already manifested, I'm already living in the house, okay? And month passed by and nothing happened. Then I forgot about it completely. I let go of it completely. And in May, at April, right? In the last April 2025, at the end of April, out of nowhere, uh, I like that. It's just a miracle for me. right? I was forced to change. I was forced to change because the environment I was living, my neighborhood, there are new guys who are playing, they are playing music and they just disturbing me every time. And I complained about it with my landlord. And he said, okay, I don't know, I have nothing to do with them. I don't know how to control them. You know, the situation seemed to be out of control of him, right? And then I started looking for another beautiful apartment. Can you imagine that? Eh? Just let's say in the same area, in the same neighborhood, like something like 5 kilometers away from the old home, I found a beautiful apartment. Please, where I'm living, I'm not saying that to impress you. Believe me. No, 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 no. Okay. I'm just saying that to so that you, yes, I know Dr. Mida knows what I'm talking about, but I'm saying that for other participants who are not aware, I could never imagine that. The house was there, beautiful, everything. I don't know. Can you imagine that from Monday to today, I never went out because I enjoy being here. See, I went out just for sport to play soccer 2 times. Apart from that, I don't want to go out. I, if I could, I would share in the day I will share a beautiful video of the house for you. Oh my goodness, I love it. It's exactly the place I dreamed of way back in 2024.
Congratulations.
And then, you know what? God, universe can take, it's unpredictable. Universe calls, okay? He calls people to come into my little neighborhood, okay, to disturb me. You see, to disturb me so that I can burn all the bright. I had no choice other than living from that old house. Can you imagine that? No choice. I considered as an adversity, but in the eyes of God and universe, it is an opportunity. This is the only way for me to get out of that house. Otherwise, I would have been there, expecting to live in another beautiful house. You see, sometimes be careful. Sometimes adversity are not adversity. But if you see it in your human body, okay, as a human being, you will see that it is another, but it goes you to stretch you. It stretch you to move forward. I'm enjoying my life here, believe me. And everything is fine. The environment is so calm. Have beautiful neighbors, right? That's and I remember I said, wow, this is how it's happened, miracle. And now my next goal, it is my dream house. I don't want to rent, but I want to build it. I want to manifest it. I don't know how many times it take, but I just wrote down the number of room, the place, everything in tiny details, and I'm sure it's going to manifest. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you that thing that you said made me, you know, when my first contract was about to end, and I also the contract was not was still running, but I had to renew my work permit, and I had two possibilities. One, which is what they call the EU blue card, and the second is the normal German work permit. And the thing is, for the EU blue card, they said, okay, of course, it gives you more privilege because they take you at your true value. Like you are someone who is highly qualified and they need you for their development. So it's a fast track process and everything, but there is one limitation, which is they will just give you 3 months after the end of your current contract. You get it? While the normal work permit, they will give you like 1 year or at least 6 months more in case you end your your current contract, then you could search for a job. And I remember there was a colleague, a Pakistani colleague. And when I was booking the appointment with the immigration, like I was filling the form, and he said, no, don't take that. Take the normal work permit. I said, why should I do that? Because he said, because the other one seems attractive, but there are a lot of downsides. I said, okay, list me a few of them. He said, okay, well, you only have 3 months in case your contract is finished. So this is not good for you. It doesn't give you enough time. I say, and who told you that May I will be without work? Like, I don't know how you think. Who told you that I will spend 3 months without work? Like, it is not the same level. And I submitted for the blue card. You know, it's incredible. The day I submitted, the next day I got my new contract. Like, can you imagine? And it went so easy. Like, I cannot tell you. And you know, by the matter of fact, my current boss, he worked in the past with a Beninese who maybe you all might know, Mathieu Aina, Dr. Aina. He worked with my current boss and he appreciated him so much. So for no reason, we were speaking and he said, do you know that person? Do you know that person? I say, yes, he's one of my friends. We did university together. He said, oh, really? Okay, I will send you an email. And the next day, he sent me the email saying, I have an offer for you. Do you accept it or not? Can you imagine? Like this, the same day, and today I'm thinking, if I have said, okay, well, this Pakistani he's right. I should maybe choose the normal work permit to get more time. I'm pretty sure that the circumstances where I met my current boss, I will not even meet him, and he will not even think about asking me if I know. I don't know why, because you see someone you did not know, and for some reason, out of all the people he met in his life, he asked you if you know that person. Of course, I'm Beninese. The other guy also is Beninese. But what is the probability? We are 13 millions.
Absolutely.
Probability for me to know another Beninese who worked with him while I didn't know him before. But we just met and we were speaking. He said, where are you from? I said, I'm from Benin. And he said, do you know this person? I said, yes, I know him. We went in school together. He said, okay, give me your email. I will send you, what are you doing? Where are you? And he asked me tons of questions. What do you do? And we spoke that day. Next day, he sent me an offer. And I did not apply. Like, could you imagine?
Yes, manifestation.
I know. And
Pure
that day,
manifestation, yes.
I called Mathieu and I said, Mathieu, some things happen now. Do you know that person? He said, yeah, I worked with him a few years ago. And Yeah, he's very good. And let me tell you, in terms of quantitative genetics, he is so respected in Germany. Like when he is speaking, no one speaks in Germany. He's like, people like Cécin in Benin, he's just like that. When he comes anywhere, like people even fear him. When he comes anywhere and he starts speaking about genetics, like everyone is silent, listening. And that guy, from nowhere, I didn't do anything to even prove myself to him. And he gave me a job. Why I did not even ask. Like my contract was to end toward the end, but ah, like for me, even myself, I say, okay, I don't care because this is not even my problem. Like I don't even want to think about that. I know that I will never be jobless. That's what I have in my mind. But from there to like we had the conversation with my colleague a day before, and the next day when I was submitting the thing, I met this guy and we started chatting, and then he gave me an offer. And in his email, he was so polite. Would you accept working with me? Like, can you imagine someone asking you, someone, everyone says, this person is the summum. And even when my old boss, I told her that this thing happened, he said, Benjamin, but this guy is very famous. Google, just Google his name and read about him. This guy is not like everyone.
Yes.
And you said that he gave you a job. I said that is exactly what happened, and I don't know why. Could you see that? And because I always say, like, that's why I say our words, even when we are joking,
It's yes.
even when we are playing,
Yes.
we
Never.
should not say things we don't want.
Absolutely.
And me, I used to do anything whenever I'm somewhere or I'm speaking with someone and they say something negative, I reverse it automatically with my,
Yes.
like I say the positive, I say what I want. And
Cancel.
that's exactly what I did that day. And I was so shocked that these Pakistanis, like for him, he thought he was giving me a good advice.
Yes.
No, don't do that because when your contract will finish now, you will not get a job, and you at least with the other one you will have 6 months and plus, and then you have the time to adjust to the. I say, who told you that I will not have a job? A contract is ending, my life is not ending. Why would you think that I will not have a job? And that is what I said that day. I said I will have a job quickly, and it happened like after 24 or 48 hours. Why I did not apply? This is, and
Manifestation.
I've been working there. And the guy is very satisfied, and so I think sometimes that is how it happened.
Yes. Wow. This is so powerful.
So those are things that happen every day to
Yes.
us, but sometimes we don't link such things with what this material is teaching because
Yes.
maybe we are not aware of that. But there are a lot of those that happen, but we don't know. And this also is an example which
Yes.
which aligns perfectly with also your example for
Absolutely.
your beautiful apartment. That's how
Absolutely.
it and when it want to manifest, you don't even know
No, it
how
don't.
it happened, but it does happen
It
like that.
happens.
Nowhere.
Always it happens. God works in miraculous ways. Wow, such a
That's
big example. This is a pure miracle. Perfect manifestation, doctor. And you know what? I want to add a last thing. You know what? if you are really working this with this philosophy, you wanna be really how can I say? You want sometimes you want to be careful about there are signals, okay? And if you ignore them, because God will change the circumstances, and if you are not really attentive, okay, and yes, well aware to analyze some signals, you will get off track. But it's always happened, and I am over the moon this evening that we manifesting. And we want to make miracle as a normal thing, normal, a part of our life. Yes.
Mm.
Thank you so much. Thank you, dear Dr. Weda. I appreciate it greatly. God bless you.
Us.
And I wish you more beautiful, powerful, unprecedented manifestation. And I'll put my feet on yours.
We are all getting there. We are
Yes.
on the way. And thank you
Thank
also.
you. Thank you so much. Dr. Muriel. Dr. Muriel,
Yes.
I know you
Thank you.
are exhausted, right? But it was beautiful.
It's
Yes.
okay. Yes,
Perfect.
it is okay. So today we retain that all success begin with desire and a strong desire, burning desire. So this topic helped me to reinforce my goal, my target, to reinforce and to design clearly in details what I want so I can achieve it rapidly. So thank you so much for this episode. We are just for to finish, but I'm so happy that every person can hear about what we talk about today on YouTube. So thank you so much, Dr. Meda, and our coach. Mrs. Samira, thank you so much to be with us at the end. Thank you, and I wish you a great weekend
Thank you. Thank you
Sunday.
too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too, Dr.
Have
Muriel.
a nice weekend as well.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you for hosting us. We truly appreciate your contribution. Thank you. It's not about number, no quantity, okay? Then people know it is about the content, the value of the content. And really, thank you, Dr. Meda. God bless you all, and see you for the next session. God bless you. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Mrs. Samira. Bye.